Oh man, this is a special episode right here.
Talk heavy.
You know what I mean?
Talk heavy.
Well, first and foremost, man, we definitely gotta pay homage to Flex Fitness,
Mm-hmm.
Yo How Helping Hands, Healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Self Preparatory Academy. You know what it look like, bruh?
Another day, bro. Happy to be here.
Another
You know what I mean?
episode, baby.
Definitely another episode. Before we get started, I love to tell you guys, and keep you guys updated on my sons on the back of the mural. Gotta say their names and keep their names in lights. First and foremost, I'll start with my son Gerald Stewart, who died in Philadelphia from gun violence at the age of 23. Right next to him, we have my nephew Omar Vasquez, who also lost his life in Philadelphia from a car accident. And right next to him, we got my son, Moltman Jenkins. He died in the city of Philadelphia from gun violence at the age of 18. And next to him is my son, Montrell Stewart, who also died in Philadelphia from gun violence at the age of 26. We're talking about consequences.
Yeah, consequences. You know what I'm saying? Starting from the bottom and elevating, working our way up. You know what I'm saying? We had to get the viewers a different look. I know they used to seeing you over here, me over there. You know what I'm saying?
Or they might not be used to nothing, bro. You know what I mean? We
They
gotta,
used to something.
but it might not be that.
It
So
might not be
it's
that,
all right
though.
if we keep, mixing up the flavors.
Right, keep
You
them
know
on
what I
their
mean? Keep them
toes.
on their toes, because just when they thought, we switched it up. You know what I
Switch the
mean?
pitch
I
up.
mean, I like
And,
it over here,
and,
Lord.
and I ain't gonna lie, you giving them that POLO.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
that's 94 flavor.
No, that's that 94
It's that
flavor,
94
bro.
flavor all the way. You hear me?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that thing, you know what I mean?
I appreciate you.
You already. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and introduce, the guest for those who don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
a better joint. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Hey, young lady.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany. I am his wife.
Oh yeah, that'd be me.
That's live.
That's live. I felt like I would bring my wife on here, man. She's a young lady of many hats. You know what I mean? And table of consequences fit her very well. You know what I mean? Being a X-Track star, um, also being a college grad,
Mm-hmm. Talk heavy.
and currently about to graduate again with another degree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and also being a mother of a little basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Super basketball team. Some hers, some she inherited from me. You know what I'm saying? But she show up as one person, and that's what I mean. Mom. So I definitely appreciate her for that. You know what I'm saying? How you feel?
I'm good. So, correction. I show up as Brit, but I'm filling the rules.
Yeah, you feeling the rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it all look like mommy duty.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah, it all look like mommy duty. You know what I'm saying, kid?
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know. You only
Right.
know what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I just want to, tilt my hat to that because you make it look easy when you ain't whining. You know what I mean?
Ain't no doubt. That's love.
When not whining.
I ain't mad at you.
You make it look. I ain't gonna lie though. You got many hats though. You know what I mean? You want to talk about one of them? You know what I mean?
All right. So, a little bit about me. I am currently in the process of opening up a child care center. We are waiting for our date, our inspection, from 6 weeks to 12 years old. We've done a summer camp last year. Everybody said it was lit, so we're running it back again this year. I have a placement company that we help assist the seniors, the elders, get to where they need to go. So whether they need to go to assistant living or like memory care, or just if they need to be connected with a home health aide or just all of the above, we assist with that. A lot of people don't know that we have that, but we have that. That is called A Place to Thrive. The child care center is called Self Preparatory Academy. I have a women's organization. It's called Women Rock International. We are going on about to be 10 years strong.
That's
I got a partner. it's probably one of the biggest movements here in Philadelphia, just teaching women to be healthy and active. We throw like yearly events. It's really, really fun. We actually have something coming up called the Tutu Run. This will be our 10th one. Our theme is denim and pearls. So we're sophisticated ladies taking over the streets. But we're kind of getting a little bit into mental health with that aspect, teaching women how to just speak out about their mental health, and let alone a lot of women suffer in silence. So a lot of people don't know that, all of these roles that we carry is like fairly hard. So we want to start touching on, having somebody to speak to, letting it out, because you suffering in silence can lead to so many avenues, whether you're hurting yourself, your kids, how you're raising your kids, your baby dads, your husbands, and so on and so forth.
Mm.
What else I do? A lot.
Yeah, I mean
that's lit.
the top it off. You my wife,
I know that
Hey.
too.
and that take a lot.
No, because you a lot.
Yeah, I know.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna go into that, or
Yeah,
because I wanted to and jump in real quick and stir up the pot a little bit. The blessing about this platform is we all have a journey, and our journey is super important. Why? Because where we came from, a lot of people are there currently now. And I always love for the guests to just personalize a little bit, and I would love for my sister to like get into her earlier years where she probably ain't realized that she was going to grow to where she's at now. Where she was, way back when she was a athlete, you know what I'm saying? Running the track and all that, and going through that, that period of time, and so on and so forth. So could you
Gotcha.
elaborate a little bit more, sis?
All right.
I
So
appreciate it.
for those of people that don't know, I am a former All-American athlete I'm talking about, I started running when I was 6. And I was running with the boys because I grew up in a house full of boys. So I was running with the boys until my coach, who recently passed away, he, recruited me to come with the girls. So I'm talking about this man raised us to be machines.
drop names.
His name was Mr. Kenneth Abney. He
Yeah.
recently just passed away. But I'm talking about, we were machines. He was a drill sergeant. And a lot of us, it was kind of like a love-hate relationship. Because when you're young, you don't see like that, that your coaches and your parents is doing everything that they doing. So it's kind of like, he yelling at us. We mad, we crying, running around the track crying and all that.
You don't
But
understand the value.
yeah, yep. So I want to say from 7. So I went with Coach Bob first with the boys, Marshall State. Then I transferred over to United Stars with Mr. Kenny and all of the girls. And we were probably the top most nationally ranked team for years. It's countless and countless and countless years.
That's all that.
So growing up, we had that. And that when you start getting older, you start smelling yourself. You start thinking, I don't want to do this no more. So between him and my parents, more specifically, I want to say like my father played a role in pushing us into sports. So, but it was like, as you get older, you realize like the parents were the ones, it was like a tag team. So boom, pushed us into running. Mr. Kenny, he had us loaded. We got to high school. We all kind of went our separate ways. However, he did get us majority of, it's probably 90% of us to D1 colleges.
That's
School.
major.
That's major.
Because
So any type of scholarship.
that's major, because in the sports world, all you hear is a lot of coaches say, yeah, don't y'all want to go to college for free? Don't y'all want to do this? Don't you know what I'm saying?
Scholarships.
Scholarships. That's all you hear in the sports world. You know what I mean? So to have somebody you on the couch to talk about that is dope. You know what I mean? Going to college for free. That's dope.
So allow me to say this. As I got older, so like I said, I was raised very militant. And I was raised with a lot of boys, right? So boom.
When you say a lot of boys, how many?
4. So I was like a little boy too. So and I played multiple sports. I played basketball, I played tennis, but track was like the creme de la creme of everything. So when I got to college, I did my first year. I went to Temple University. I did my first year. But I saw all my friends, they was partying, so I wanted to party too. I didn't like the fact that we had to get up and go to weight room. I didn't like the fact that we had to go to class. I didn't like the fact that we had to go to practice after class. I didn't like the fact that we had to go to study hall afterwards. So your day started at 6 and then maybe ended at 8. While I'm meeting all these new friends and they out. And I'm sitting there like, well, I want to go too. So I didn't, I stopped showing up to practice. And one day I lied to my coach and I was like, she asked me, like, why you ain't been to practice in 3 days? And I was like, oh, I was going through family problems. I wasn't going through family problems. I was walking around with a hangover, being all the way funky. Right. So at the time, I didn't know that she was like, well, if you don't show up to practice, you got to get off the team. And guess what I chose, y'all? Get off the team. Because I don't want to. In my brain, I was burnt out. I was doing this since I was 6. Now I'm 19. So it turned into me losing my scholarship, which turned into now I got to find money to stay in school. So boom, I had the student loans and all that, right? So I asked somebody, and I ain't really into dropping names and all that, but I asked somebody if they could help me get some money to stay in school. Well, they gave me some information. I took out a loan way over what I really needed, and I stayed in school. But it was because I had asked my mom for $600. I'm like, Mom, they said if I don't pay the $600, I can't, stay. My mom was like, I don't have it, which rightfully so. She did not have it, right?
Right.
So I did what I did, little 1-2, and I ended up getting in trouble for it later on down the line.
Okay.
Which now resulted to me having to go to court.
Okay.
Which resulted into me having a criminal background.
Right.
Which at the time I was oblivious to the criminal justice system.
Right.
So I took whatever these people said that I had to take.
Right.
It was just like, all right, cool, let's get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a part of my consequences. So guess what? Me quitting something that I could have just thugged it out for a couple more years turned into you doing something criminal, turned into now you got this record, and now you let these people bamboozle you like a fool.
Right.
Which turned into when I got older, I went to go for a job. I got the job. I was supposed to start on Monday. I quit my job on Friday. Friday evening, y'all, they called me and said, yeah, such and such showed up on your situation. You can't come. I cried like a baby. I had no clue that something that I did at the time 4 or 5 years prior
Ripple effect.
Yeah.
was going to hurt me the way that it hurt me.
This was the when you talking kind of fast, but I get it. But the ripple effect of that wanting to hang out, just wanting to hang out, because it sounds like your coach and your parents already had it all laid out for you. They help you get there. You with their structure, you got a little bit of freedom, and you thought you knew better.
Yep.
But you're not the only kid that go through that.
Right.
You're not the only person that ever been through that way of looking at things. You know what I mean? And the ripple effect of you wanting to hang out turned into you getting kicked off the team. You needing to find now you forfeited your scholarship. You had a full ride.
Mm-hmm.
You forfeited that. Then you wind up, doing what you had to do to find the money to stay in college. That wind up catching up with you. And then you wind up getting a job. That was a beautiful situation.
After I graduated.
After you graduated. Then that wind up biting you too, because you never got the stuff a sponge in that moment. But thank God you got it a sponge now. But in that moment, you know what I mean?
Right.
The consequences of you saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I wanted to party. I seen everybody in college. I wanted to be outside with them.
Yeah.
That was really as simple as it was. I didn't want that dedication. I didn't want that commitment. I ain't want all that accountability. I wanted to go outside because guess what? Since I was 6 years old, it was militant. It was military time. Go to school, go to practice. Go to school, go to practice. Travel, meet, this, that. I ain't feel like it no more.
Oh man, that's deep. Hey, to keep the the mixture inside the pot now that we because I'm a parent, you're a parent. Obviously, your husband is right there, which is my bro. We got children now. So like a lot of things that we want our children to do might not necessarily be connected to their passion. You know, so do you keep like a watchful eye on like the body language of like, because like you could explain like, when y'all said a basketball team, which is normally five or more, you can explain like how many children you got, you know what I mean, what you got going on, and uh, how many children do you have, and how many children you have with your husband, and the role you play, if you playing like an all-way mom, stepmom, all that, like.
So, all right. So, in total, we got a four piece. We got four kids, right? So it's three boys and a girls. A girl. How ironic that that was my life. But so we have a 15-year-old,
Hmm.
a 10-year-old, a currently 9-year-old going on 10, and a current 3-year-old going on 4. When I came into this relationship, I had one child. Um, and I was winging it as a parent. I ain't gonna hold you. Wasn't I winging it?
It's your story.
Yeah, I was winging it.
Good
So,
answer.
um, so yeah, so a lot of our kids are active, and it's so funny that you asked that because it didn't dawn on me until 2 years ago when the oldest one, we was traveling somewhere, and I realized that that commitment and that dedication that it takes for your parents to do everything that it takes for
Mm.
these kids to get to practice, show up for the meets, pay for uniforms, pay for sneaks and all of that. It's a lot. It is a lot. And I think I wrote on Facebook just thanking the village that we had because I'm like, it was bigger than the coaches. It's the village. Like I'm talking about the teen parents, the moms, the carpools and all of that. I thanked all them because it dawned on me like, yo, they went through a lot. Then you still gotta go through life,
Mm.
man. That's a recipe for a breakdown if you're doing it by yourself.
Mm.
That's a lot. It is a lot. But when it woke me up was 2 summers ago. My oldest son was down Atlanta with his dad and his coach, and something had happened. And this boy asked them not to put him back in the game. And his dad called me flaming because at the time it was like, yo, he just spent his last to take you down Atlanta. What you mean you told them not to put
Right.
you back in the game? I lost. I lost it. I lost it because
Right.
I felt like, yo, every single thing that these people put into you is this bigger than you. This ain't even about you no more.
Right.
It's about everything that everybody else poured into you. So how dare you think that you're going to travel somewhere on this last dime that we got to send you down there and think you're going to tell your coach because you got a temper tantrum? No, don't put me back in. Excuse you?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that ain't this ain't that. Yeah, get in the court. Like, well, ain't nobody playing with you.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was at that point I realized for myself, damn, that's what you did.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Dummy.
here it come.
Yeah,
We still
dummy.
in the pot,
That's
Nixon.
yeah, that's
It
what you
sounds
did.
deja vu.
Right. So it was like, damn, I realized this a long time ago, like when we had first started working out and getting into, changing our mindsets and stuff, that I'm not a quitter. And then one time that I quit, it made my life spiral out of control.
Right.
So now I'm the type of person, I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off, and that's just what it's going to be.
Right.
Because you don't know what the outcome going
Come
to be.
away. Right.
Because when I was a quitter, look what happened.
Mhm.
So now I don't care how hard it is, how tough it is.
That's deep.
I'm gonna show up to be who I am. But this mentality honestly came from my upbringing. It came from my coaches. It came from who raised me out on them that field because we wasn't born to be quitters. Like this wasn't that. Oh yeah, you went quick. Go ahead, cry, throw up. Yeah, get back at it. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
So now my mentality as the adult is, oh yeah, something ain't going your way. Oh, you want to cry? Go ahead, cry that out and get back to it. Cause what you gonna do? You gonna lay down and die? What you gonna do? But that's how I am. So I may come off a little bit hard to my kids. I mean, but they be all right.
Oh, no, for sure.
So one does basketball, and we got boxing. We got one that they did soccer, basketball, boxing. We got this little girl. She want to run track. Where she going? What you say? She's going
No,
to run track.
she don't want to run track. She's going to
To
run
run
track.
track, yeah.
But I am
It's only
very
dope
heavy
that she
into.
follow her mother's footsteps.
Yeah.
That's just my thing, and she'll figure the rest out as she go.
Right.
But she's running track. Inshallah.
Inshallah. That's all that. Bro, what you got going on, bro? I see you like looking at your wife.
Yeah,
like,
No,
I
I'm
can see
just-
through the glasses, bro. What we got going
You can
on?
see through these
It was
jokes.
Yeah,
you
look,
look-
yeah,
yeah,
look
I
like
was-
you lining up something for later. What's up, baby?
Oh, he got
What you
real
doing?
spicy, didn't he?
You
Yeah.
already know I'm lining something up for later. You know what
This boy got
I
spicy.
mean? Later alligator. You feel me? Hey, but listen. Let me ask you this though. being as though you came with 2 children. Well, being as though you came with 1 child and I had 2 children at the time. And I actually had 2 children by 2 different women. And and you had your child from your previous relationship. And then we had a child together. Let me ask you this. How's co-parenting and you can speak your truth. How's co-parenting with in that recipe? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
All right. So I had went to therapy before we got married. And the first thing the therapist said was, "You got how many?" "Oh, yeah, that's 5 people that you been married to." I said, "What you mean by that?" She said, "You got 2 moms right there, you got a dad right there, and then it's y'all 2. You married to 5 different people." I didn't know what she meant until it was really, really, really time to co-parent, right? So I will say that it has come a long way, just across the board. It has come a long way. Um, this one was mad, this one this one that. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot in the beginning.
Mm.
And while everybody not on the same, boat, alhamdulillah, we better.
Right.
Because Brit, how long we been married? 8 years. So Brit 9 years ago was was on site. Yeah, I'm ready to rumble. What's up? You got
Right.
something to say? Brit now is, oh, all right, cool. Go ahead. Like, so and I'm not even talking about rumbling just women. I'm talking about I would rumble a man in a second. I didn't.
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody knows I was a little thrown off. So I was a lot thrown off, actually. Sorry, y'all. So I was a lot thrown off.
I mean, yeah, I'm letting you do your thing, baby. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Women,
So I was
women
running
we,
around the
we
always,
know.
they always
bro, I
got
was
their
a
way
lot
of
thrown
asking
off.
their husband something that they ain't got no business. I just said this before we
Right,
started the
before we
podcast.
started, right.
Women always ask their husband something they don't really want to hear
Right,
the
right.
answer to.
You know what I mean?
I was a lot thrown off, y'all. I was a lot thrown off. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Lord brought me a long, long, long way.
And
So
I can agree to that.
yes,
No,
thank you.
you've shown tremendous. And I'm gonna speak on it. And with that, you've shown tremendous. Your mind has definitely shifted. I'm glad that I stuck it out with you. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you. Because it was definitely a test. It wasn't something that I was coming from a situation, you were coming from a situation, and then to get in this situation, and then I'm bringing my baggage, and then you bringing your baggage, and then we creating baggage, and it was like, yo, this joint might not work. You know what I'm saying? But I seen all the good qualities. The good qualities was like, no, hang in there a little bit longer, hang in there. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you probably said the same thing, but you know, to this date, it has definitely been a good ride. I'm glad I hung in there. Uh, I wouldn't have it no other way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely proud of you. You made a lot of sacrifices. You know, one of the biggest ones. But even before you accepted Shahada. You know what I mean? One of the biggest ones was you used to drink, and man, you had I didn't like the person that you were when you were drinking, and we had a conversation, and at some point in the podcast you could talk about that, but I didn't. We had a conversation, and you know what I mean, for the sake of yourself as well as the family, you want cold turkey, and that was big, and you've been cold turkey for years now, and drinking was a big part of your lifestyle. You know what I mean? When I met you, and for you to go cold turkey was like it was dope. You know what I mean? And for you to really hang in there and not go backwards and not relapse and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Was really really dope, man.
Well, can I share something? For one, drinking was a thing. For one, that's how you deal with trauma. It's either you drink or you smoke. That's kind of like how our community is, right? But you drink because you trying to throw away all them issues, all them problems. You think that the moment that you get that liquor up in you, having all this fun. It's not really that fun. It's
Right.
really not that fun. However, you start doing it so much that you get a taste, like you want to, like you could taste it even when you're
Hmm.
not tasted it, right? So it was a thing. A time was had. I ain't gonna lie. Times was had. But
Mm-hmm.
no, you told me, yeah, if you keep drinking, this is over. And I said, oh, oh, all right.
Oh, it was an ultimatum.
Yeah. Yeah. Sis, go
Woo!
ahead with all that.
Huh? Both feet down, huh, bro?
We was on vacation. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, so we was on vacation, right? So I had a bottle in my bag. I had a bottle in my pocketbook, and the time was being had within myself.
Right.
I was minding my business until I got angry. But when I got angry, I think I was like, he was
And
like,
enough was enough.
yeah, nah, this ain't it. No, no. I was like,
You know why? Because I felt like that anger that came out of you, it was somebody else's anger. Like it wasn't my like I felt like, all right, it's cool to be mad at me,
Mm.
but to go from 0 to 100 with me, I didn't deserve that. So it was like, damn, no, she really mad at something else. Because 0 to 100 with me, I get it 0 to 10, but 0 to 100, something else going on. And until we learn to deal with that, you know what I mean, it was always going to be a problem. But and we all go through our little, you know what I mean, it's called displaced anger. You know what I mean? We all go through it, man. And once we learn to
on a calm, Islamically is the reason why I stopped. And I'm gonna tell y'all
alhamdulillah,
something.
that's the
I
blessing.
read something and it said, yeah, you go ahead and keep drinking, and on the day in the hellfire, you gonna be drinking the people from the hellfire secretions.
Mm.
I don't want to drink their juices. I'm cool. Absolutely not. I'll
I
never
take
touch a
that.
drink again. Nope. I read
That's
that and
all
that
that.
I was talking about that scared me straight. I said, no, I'm cool. You right. Y'all got it. So now it's like when you party, and I ain't gonna lie, like when you go partying or whatever, you be out. And I think like we had an event, we was somewhere, and somebody offered me a drink. I was like, no, I'm cool. Yo, I was scared straight. And
I
that
get it.
wasn't even like overgarment Brit. I just was Shayla with the tights and
Yeah, I
t-shirt
get
Brit.
it.
I was one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, you was
So
growing into it.
I wasn't even that, but that
But I
that line right there, no, I'm actually cool.
but even with you being one of them, right? I come from I was sitting with I was sitting with a sheikh one time, and he was like, um, teach the people about the oneness of Allah, and can drill that into them. And once they grab a hold of that, then they'll wind up making the necessary changes. So my thing wasn't to beat you up with what you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. And I've been in previous relationships, and I've seen how the drill sergeant relationships end. So
Mm-hmm.
the way I do things is, and it may not be the typical, it may not be for everybody, and that's their business. You know what I mean? But the way I do things is I allow my person to figure it out. I state my piece, and then I allow them to figure it out as we grow together. You know what I mean? Because you know, you went from shahada, you know, accepting Islam as your religion, accepting the law as your God, and Muhammad as your messenger. You went from that to Shayla to overgarment
Yeah,
and
process took place.
process.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. Here's what I can appreciate. And I feel like, bro, you watched my transition. I'm talking about from angry me to
That's
chilling
a
me.
fact.
I can appreciate you not doing that because drill sergeant puts me back in childhood, puts me back in I'm ready to rumble.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma.
So that trauma with it, like if you would have been, cause you did, you can hand me a box. What's up, sir? Like, cause I used to be like
No, I
thrown
know.
off. So, like, it used to be like, no, I ain't doing that. No, like that was me. Like, no, nope. So now I'm a rebel against anything you say because
Mm-hmm.
who you talking to?
Right.
Because I wasn't at that place in my life to be ready to listen to a man for real. If you want me to keep it all the way funky, I wasn't ready to listen to a man. Couldn't nobody tell me what I was doing. But so you allow for me to just be who I am. And it took a little bit, but it ain't take as long as it
Right.
could have.
Exactly.
But it took it for one, it's the company that you keep. And I tell young people this all the time. It's the
Definitely the
company that
company
you
you
keep.
keep.
When you around people that's partying, drinking, smoking, doing drugs and all that, 9 times out of 10, you gonna do it too.
No doubt.
You gonna fall into that pressure. And when you around people that's they, they giving you reminders, but they doing it softly. They still loving you for being, rough. But you see them and you see how happy they are, and you eventually you be like, yeah, I want a little bit of that. I want to be happy because being angry takes so much energy. And to go back to co-parenting, I think that that's a part of my change as well. Being angry takes so much energy. I don't got time to be mad at
It's
none of you biddies, and I ain't
it,
got time to be mad at the nigga either. I don't care that much to be that angry because then you start controlling my life.
now you get it
Yeah, like, cause
because you used to wonder why I used to play nice,
right,
like right back into playing nice
Mm-hmm.
because being angry take too much of my energy.
Mm-hmm.
right,
It really bothers me to, and I get angry, just like you get angry, and I wind up. I don't want to lose myself and do something that I may regret. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? From letting somebody else's misery control me. You know what I'm saying? So by you saying that, yeah, I realize you get it now, because you used to question me like, damn, why you all what's going on?
yeah,
And
because
I'd
I
be
I
like,
really
I ain't
wasn't
got
with
time.
being Joe. That wasn't for me. So I will say that with me, right, with me having a child by somebody else, when he get in his mood, oh, all right, like I ain't got nothing. All right, the nigga be mad, like you know what I mean?
Right.
All right, because I'm still chilling. And when you finish, when you get out your bag, you come back around. All right, oh, you cool now? Oh, all right, we can move on.
Right.
But I'm not feeding into the foolishness. Like I'm just like I'm cool. I'm at that place in my life. Like no, I'm cool. So whoever be mad, they be mad, and if when they not, and it's all right. When you mad again, all right, I'm gonna still be over here though. Like that's just me. I can be very nonchalant. But I think that the key to being nonchalant and getting away from a lot of that stuff is when you in a good place in your life. When you be in a good place in your life, all that stuff be rolling off your shoulder. It's just be like, yeah, whatever.
For
Like,
sure.
Mm.
And it doesn't really, it shouldn't have that much value. Like,
right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, it shouldn't have
Yeah.
that.
You guys are the where you guys are at right now, and I don't know if you really realize it. You guys are at in a great space, and our podcast is organic. We ain't rehearsed it or nothing. So like I'm just sitting here in admiration because like my sister said, I watched you guys um when y'all was like boyfriend and girlfriend to like, growing into who you guys are now and where y'all going and headed. And I'm admired because I already knew, you know what I mean, right off the back that said she was the perfect person for my brother. Um and we used to always talk about it. And just for the viewers, I want you guys to give a little advice on just, uh, being marriage, marriage ship, like being married and just maintaining that marriage. You know how important it is to sometimes let your significant other win. And sis was just saying that, like, taking a mild approach versus always having to be argumentative and always having to win in a situation. Because you guys are at that pivotal, moment in your lives where it's like, why turn back now? You know what I mean? Y'all at the age where this super important that your marriage work, not just for you guys, but for your children. Being as though you guys been married for 8 years. It's super important now because the children only need to see you guys together. You know what I'm saying? And the children only need to witness that is a powerful relationship. And of course, we have ups and downs, and I'm quite sure you guys keep that, contained to, the disagreements inside maybe just the bedroom, so on and so forth. If you guys can elaborate a little bit more on that to help some of our viewers, because people right now in a household where they don't want to be at, Islamically, whatever you want, however you want, put it out on the platform. And we all looking for some therapeutic help. You know what I'm saying? So you guys look like y'all winning right now. Sis came through, matched the couch. I mean, y'all looking good.
With the sparkles
Yeah,
on
the sparkles and all that. She looks super great. Let me hear it. You know what
All
I'm
But
right,
you
so
go
can I
ahead.
say
Go ahead.
something? All right, so Buzz told me one day, you need to turn your nigga down.
saying?
Like, what does that even mean? That's how I felt. Like, what is he talking about? However, so advice that I got from the lady. So, all right, when we had first got married, my best friend's mom, who's been married for 30 something years, she said, you gotta make them feel like they won, and then still go do what you need to do.
Right.
And I didn't get that. I don't think that registered in my head for years because I was very, very combative, right? Because if anybody know Bus is very, very hard to deal with. He want what he want when he want it, and he only see it his way. And what you mean,
Yeah, he
like,
confrontational
yeah, he make you
all the
want to
way.
rumble real bad. So now what I do is, sorry, husband, but I rumble you in my head. So I don't gotta really rumble you in person because in my head I probably really no throw your hands up in my head so many times, and I look at you and be like, all right. That's just how I get through. So if I'm mad, I don't like I don't verbalize it no more. I just be like, oh,
You
all right.
process it.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I may curse him out in my head so bad and then still show up and be like, yeah, you want to eat? What you want to eat tonight? Like, you get what I'm saying? However, what she did tell me is sometimes with men, it's a game. You got to make the man feel like he won because the men are derived off of egos. So if they feel like their ego is stroked, cool. And guess what you about to do? You about to go to the mall and go chill and mind your business because you ain't feel like arguing and he feel good because he feel like he won. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really my advice. I'm a I'm a rumble bust in my head all day, but
Mm.
I ain't gonna do it out
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's making a relationship work
Yeah,
versus, you know what I'm saying,
it lets me
like
let
being
my crazy go.
argumentative, et cetera, is all right to process that event or whatever that current topic is versus our just clashing because clashing leads to separation. Eventually, because us men, I'm only gonna speak for me, and then I'm gonna let my brother go. Uh, we like to just be relaxed. Men don't really like confrontations from their women. You know what I mean? That's why we like the maintainers and, the women, you guys are full of emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it's normally like what we say we wanted to go. Like this is what it is. And we ain't going no further than this. But I'm gonna let bro, get into,
Yeah,
how he cope with being, being a
I
husband.
how I cope with it is I always try to weigh the good. I I I do the pros and cons
Mm.
approach. You know what I mean? Because like you said, no, there's no need to turn back now. You know what I mean? And when you look at the what we got going on in society, you know what I mean? Like you could be married right now and you could think that there's somebody out there waiting for you to come scoop them. But once you get away from this situation, you realize that there's nothing out there.
You know I know what my cousin told me, what Chanel told me? Ain't nothing out there but lemon pepper wings and Casamigos.
Right.
I said,
So
damn.
Like, dang.
right. So it's like you learn to compromise and you learn to even down to in the moment just learning to apologize at some point once you process the whole situation. Like the other day, I apologized to you once I process the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of it takes a lot, and the biggest thing is you have to learn to work on yourself more than you try to work on like your wife. You got to work on
Dang,
yourself,
that was it.
Mhm.
and a lot of other things will start falling in place. You know what I'm
By the
saying?
way, you was drawn. You know that, right? But then what did I say when you walked to the door?
You know what you said.
I
You
said,
still mad?
you know, I
You
said, you
want you
done
want
being mean yet?
you done being mean, right? You want to make up, you know
Nah,
what I mean?
yeah, you
Something
done
like
being
that.
mean yet?
Yeah, right, right, right.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Damn.
how can I walk through the door and combat that? When you walk through the door and your woman and you mad at your wife and your wife come give you a big hug and say you done like what you gonna fight that with? You just gotta be another ass nigga. If that's what you know what I'm saying. If that, you know what I'm saying, because it wasn't that deep to even you know what I'm saying, to be
I
still
get it.
walking around all upset. You
I
know what I'm
get it.
saying.
I ain't
So
gonna hold you. Back in the day, you would have came to the door and I'd have been like, "Cause you said
yeah.
that." Yep.
Yeah, you know I know what you would have did back in the day. You telling the
Hey,
viewers.
y'all done grew in so many different ways. I'm proud of y'all, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Bro.
y'all look good too.
I
Y'all look
appreciate-
good together. I ain't gonna.
I appreciate that,
Mhm.
man. You know what I mean? What we doing? You got anything else? Oh,
Consequences.
tap into the 2-2 run, the dates
Oh yeah,
and
let's do that.
everything. You know, you got where they can reach you at for the camp, the daycares and stuff.
So the 2-2 run is June 2nd at 2169 66th Avenue. You can follow us at Women Rock International. The link is in the bio for you to sign up. It's the website is fairly long. It's called run sign up or something of that sort. However, in the past, we've had bruh out there in a tutu busting
That
lil,
ain't gonna
making
never
shakes.
happen again.
We busting it out. We having it fun. We having a lot of fun. We've had as many as 320 women. So I think that it would be dope if we can inspire and move over 300 women to just run around the city, have fun, look cute, because y'all know.
Let's
we cute.
talk ages.
So it's actually open for all ages. We've had people in a wheelchair. We've had babies being pushed in strollers. We've had a mom who pushed her baby out 6 weeks prior.
We definitely had elderly in wheelchairs come out.
Yes. I've had
That was
somebody
powerful.
bikes. I had a knee surgery and I came out on a bike. Like it's that deep. It's really fun. The men, they support us, and it's kind of one of our only times where we as the women get to come together, teach each other about the healthy lifestyle, and then let go of all, the things and the drama that we're dealing with in life, and just come together and we have fun. So that is June 2nd. You can sign up, you can register now. Our promo pictures are coming through soon. Like I said, at Women Rock International on Instagram. And as far as the daycare, we are having an open house ice cream social. Everybody loves ice cream. So that will be Sunday, April 28th. The address is 5116 Germantown Avenue. You can follow that page on Instagram at Self Preparatory Academy on Instagram. Come tour the facility, come sign up. We got 6 weeks all the way up to 12. I have some amazing teachers. We got like a great curriculum, and if you know me and if you follow our page, we are very career based camp, and even with the child care center, but very career based. So we've had police officers, firemen, EMT, ambulance came by, hairstylists. I got a lot of friends that have a lot going on. We have an electrician came last year. We just have a lot of people that pour into our kids and teaching our kids about different things. I think that the kids had a lot of fun cooking with two of my friends that are personal chefs. They taught them how to make food and just small life skills that help build them. So we're not one of those camps where they just sit in and that's it. Like we have a whole curriculum. We teach them about life. We teach them about everything. And just God willing, moving forward, we'll be able to pour that same energy into the children at the child care center.
Big.
Oh, our biggest thing too is um self-worth. So when you come in during the day, we ask you, because a lot of kids, and I just want to touch on this, a lot of kids come to school and they're upset because life is life and at home. My background is in social work. So we don't know what they came through with. We don't know if they're eating at home. We don't know if they got domestic violence at home. We don't know. We don't know if I've had a child who lost a parent and was coming to camp. Every morning, we ask them, how do they feel today? They tell us how they feel. We ask them, how do we change that? Or how do we keep you that way? Depending on what their mood is. And then they have a mirror and they have to say 3 affirmations every day.
Self Preparatory Academy.
And then somebody told me that their niece, she still says it to this day. She got a mirror for Christmas, and the first thing she said was her affirmations in the mirror.
That's
and
lit.
she learned that from camp. So I think that that's amazing, and we hope to continue on with that,
Yeah, that's
because you never
powerful.
know what the people are suffering with at home.
Ain't no doubt.
For sure.
Mm.
Consequences.
Heavy.
Outside of you being my wife, you're a guest on the show, and I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks.
I want to thank you for talking to the viewers, and that's what it is, man. Consequences.
Yep, you all that. Next time though, you say your name Britney. Make sure you say my brother last name Jones.
What What did I say?
Introduce
Yeah.
yourself, Brittany.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
she.
sorry. My name is Brittany Jones.
Yeah, get her, bruh.
Yeah, I got
Sorry.
you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry, everybody. I have
Yeah.
I'm about to have 2 degrees.
And
My
then we
name-
working on the doctor one. But that's what you mean?
No, I thought he was about to say
Welcome
working
to
on
Table
the
of
kid. I thought that he was
Consequence.
about to
Thank you,
say that. I was
sis.
about to say
Appreciate you.
pause.
You added some value. Thanks a
Thanks,
lot.
bro.
You already know.